Government should protect its citizens. It should protect us from violence. It should protect our property. That's the government's job. It shouldn't do more. When government tries to solve every problem, it creates new ones. It interferes where it doesn't belong. It forgets its primary purpose. When there is no clear victim, there is no crime. When government intervenes without a crime, it oversteps. It infringes on our freedoms. Government should be a referee, not a player. It should enforce the rules, not make them up as it goes. Our founding fathers understood this. They enshrined property rights in the Constitution. They knew that without property rights, there is no freedom. Property rights are fundamental. They allow us to build, create, and prosper. They incentivize hard work and innovation. When government interferes with property rights, it disincentivizes progress. It creates uncertainty and fear. It stifles the human spirit. We have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These rights are intertwined. One cannot exist without the others. Bureaucracy is a necessary evil. It is needed to manage complex systems, but bureaucracy has a tendency to grow, to become unwieldy and inefficient. Bureaucrats often lose sight of the people they are supposed to serve. They become more interested in protecting their jobs and expanding their power. This leads to double standards. The rules that apply to the average citizen don't apply to bureaucrats. They have special privileges and protections. This creates a two-tiered system, one for the rulers and one for the ruled. This is not what our founding fathers envisioned. The American Revolution was a revolt against government overreach. The colonists were tired of being taxed without representation. They were tired of being told what to do by a distant government that didn't understand their needs. They fought for freedom and self-determination. Today we face a similar situation. Our government has become too big, too powerful, and too intrusive. It has forgotten the principles it was founded on. We must remind our leaders that they work for us, not the other way around. We must demand that they respect our freedoms and our rights. Section 5. The minimum wage fallacy. Minimum wage laws are a prime example of government overreach. They are well-intentioned, but ultimately harmful. Supporters of minimum wage laws argue that they help the poor, but the reality is that they often hurt the very people they are supposed to help. When the government mandates a minimum wage, it raises the cost of labor. This leads to businesses hiring fewer workers, automating jobs, or raising prices. This hurts low-skilled workers the most. They are the first to be laid off when businesses cut back. They are also the ones who suffer the most from higher prices. Section 6. Inflation, the silent thief. Inflation is another consequence of government overreach. When the government prints too much money, it devalues the currency. This means that our money buys less. This hurts everyone, especially those on fixed incomes. It erodes our savings and reduces our standard of living. Minimum wage laws contribute to inflation. When businesses are forced to pay their workers more, they pass the cost on to consumers in the form of higher prices. This creates a vicious cycle. Higher prices lead to demands for higher wages, which lead to even higher prices. This is how inflation spirals out of control. Section 7. A tale of two eras. In the past, America was a land of opportunity. People came here from all over the world to build a better life. They were drawn by the promise of freedom and economic prosperity. Our economy was booming. Businesses were creating jobs. People were moving up the economic ladder. There was a sense of optimism and hope. What changed? Government got bigger. It started interfering more in the economy. It imposed more regulations, more taxes, and more mandates. This created uncertainty and stifled innovation. Businesses became hesitant to invest and create jobs. The economy slowed down. Section 8. Crisis and control. Politicians often use crises to justify expanding government power. They tell us that we need more government intervention to solve the problem, but this often leads to more problems. Government solutions are often inefficient and ineffective. They can also be counterproductive. For example, the government's response to recent health crises has been disastrous. Lockdowns and mandates have devastated businesses and destroyed livelihoods. They have also infringed on our freedoms. We have been told where we can go, who we can see, and what we can do with our own bodies. Section 9. Towards a freer future. We need to rethink the role of government. We need a government that protects our freedoms, not one that tries to control every aspect of our lives. We need a government that empowers individuals and businesses, not one that burdens them with regulations and taxes. We need a government that is accountable to the people, not to special interests. Let's return to the principles of limited government, individual freedom, and free markets. Let's create a society where everyone has the opportunity to succeed, regardless of their background or circumstances. Let's reclaim our heritage as a nation of pioneers, innovators, and entrepreneurs. Let's build a brighter future for ourselves and for generations to come. To